y'all doing? Well, I was supposed to be on my way. I may still go like put in a little skating. Then I'm supposed to go skating tomorrow with my cousin. If we still don't, I have to text her and see. But anywho, I'm about to go get me a smoothie bowl from Karma Nutra. Whew. I'm just addicted to them. I say since I'm over here, I might as well go to where it's at. But yeah, my little braid is holding up, but in the back it's kind of kink to the kink. But I'm happy to be nappy. All right then, I'm gonna come back on if I do my skating. If not, then I'm gonna do a video about that's something that I wanted to talk about. All right, I'll be back. Look, so I came back to Karma Nutra, however you say it, and I got the Mudra this time. I used to get the Mandela, but I wanted to try this. Look at that goodness, y'all. Look at that. Ooh-wee. Okay. About to sit in my car and eat my smoothie bowl. They should call it a smoothie cup. Ooh, look at that. Then they gave me the wooden spoon with it. Last time I can't recall what type of spoon they gave me last time because I just tore it up. They got the cocoa nibs, banana, strawberry, coconut, and hemp seeds, and peanut butter. But anyway, I wanted to come on here and just talk about how a lot of elders in the way like say that's in their 70s right now. I wanted to talk about how things have happened to them and they have not expressed, or family members have kept it under the rug. I don't like saying that, but have not, kept it secret, like a secret, family secrets, as they will say. So there's an elder that has been holding 20 to 30 years of stuff that has happened from her past, and I was like, that's why people don't want to be around her. And that happens with a lot of people. You don't know what people dealing with in their past, and they definitely need to go to counseling or therapist and get out of the mindset of, oh, God gonna handle it. God gives you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That some people say, oh, I don't want to go to counseling, I don't want to go to therapy or what have you, to a psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna let God do this and do that. You praying, you acting the same way, you bitter, and it's literally eats you up inside, and you coming against your family, and you coming against your siblings because you have not expressed the things that have happened to you. So people like, I don't want to be around her, it's always some drama going on, things like that. So I had to regroup when an elder told me that these things happen because a lot of people don't believe in counseling or therapy, but I do. I'm on my road to healing. And what gets me too, I'm not trying to be funny, but in the religious sector, a lot of the times people put everything on God or the devil, because people reacting out certain ways for years, and then you don't know why they doing what they doing, because they're dealing with a whole lot of stuff. And you're at an age, you older, and you out here in these streets fighting as an elder, like you young. You know how young people get mad and stuff. People just have these things inside of them that need to be uprooted. And I say all that to say this. I've dealt with a situation that I finally I came to a point, and this was in 2006. I gathered my family together and told them about a family member that molested me. So, to make a long story short, I have been dealing with that. And when I told my parents, that was one layer, one layer of release. I told my parents, I told some of my family. And then I expressed that again when I seen some family members, like when we first opened back up for COVID. And people like, man, and then comes later on, the family member came to, my dad and admitted. So, but the person who that have been helping me through this, getting rid of these layers. And let me explain to y'all something. All of this happened, so when I told the family about what happened to me when I was little, and how I was telling my cousin how I reacted one time when I went to Bayside, and how I just snapped on this dude for trying to touch me and stuff, And back in our days, you had people in school, how people used to touch your butt and all of that. Like, that wasn't cool, because people don't understand that are triggered. There are certain triggers, and people like, oh, why you wilding out like that? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Why you popping off like that? And I have seen that in a lot of my classmates from, middle school to high school. People just spaz out, and they're dealing with a lot of things. They were dealing with a lot of things, and that you didn't know about. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. So when the family member admitted to my daddy, I had this was during graduation, my last year, and it was like in the year of my graduation for grad school. So this was showing me that there's graduations and different levels of your healing and in your life. And just when I was little, and it took me, I don't even know how many years, man. That was when I was like, dang, I was like probably in elementary. Yeah, elementary when it happened, probably about either between 3rd and 5th grade when that happened. And sometimes people get to that point too, that they admitted what they did, because that's a part of them. This is what the elder told me, of them, of how they are wanting forgiveness. But it's up to me to forgive. I have to come to that point where you have another point of graduation. You got to come to a point where you got to graduate and be like, forgive them and let it go. And a lot of times when me, with my mindset, because and I'm learning to, I've learned certain people and certain things that happen to me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, but some other things, I'd be like, But you don't understand that me expressing that have opened up some avenues to let other family members, if it have happened to them, to express it. And he admitted to, in front of my dad and another family member. The other family member denied it, like they didn't believe it. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, wow. But this is not for that person to believe that it happened to me, because I know that it happened to me and I know what I've been dealing with. So I'm happy that this is coming back around full force, because there's a lot of stuff that's been happening, like pop, 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 back to back. And not only me, I have friends and associates and just people who have gone through the same things, not as far as molestation, like family history, that curses need to be broken. I'm not gonna say just generational things that are not good for the family, that has been secretly kept, and people have went to their grave with it. So I have been dealing with so many people coming, like when I'm like, whoo. And I just wanted to come on there and say that, because when I talked to the elder, and they was like, well, you have to come to a place of forgiving. And I had to take out my list. I had to take out my list of people who I need to forgive, because I'm not gonna lie, certain people I hold grudges, because certain things people constantly say to you, like, why you keep coming at me like that? You know what I'm saying? Why you keep coming at me? Like, listen to how sometimes how people play with you and how they say things, and how people, this is another thing, how people, when people say things and then they mimic what you do. And you got to stop telling people, if you have to do, like, say for instance, say like, oh, the spirit told me to do this, or God told me to do this, and then I had to wear this, or I had to do this certain thing, and then the person going and mimicking what you're doing, and it gets so freaking annoying that you don't want to. That is hard to forgive. Some things are easy to forgive than others, but if people consistently doing the same thing at you, and with their slick comments and stuff like that, and like, so you have to learn to forgive. I remember I used to be like, nah, I ain't forgiving nobody, especially when somebody really tried me, and I'm like, wow. Now there are times like, I ain't forgiving them, because they should never did what they did. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people will get you out of character, and people like, oh my gosh, they want to act like they innocent. Be like, oh my God, you seen how Daisy just went off? And then they carry it and go carry it and carry, telling the story of only I'm going off, but not saying what they really did. You know what I'm saying? There are times I done saved a lot of people from certain situations. I had to call on certain people in the situation, like, listen, and it wasn't really for that situation, because if they really heard what the real situation was of how me getting to where I'm at, and I learned to understand that everybody is dealing with certain things, but you don't have to take that. I would say it's like a type of abuse, and it's like it will trigger you and remind you, and certain people do certain things to you, will trigger you and remind you. Like, something happened some weeks ago. Somebody said something to their mom, and I'm looking at them like, are you serious? And then I said something, oh, I do it to you too. And I'm like, what? And I said, you know what? I said, this is exactly why I be staying where I stay and do what I do, because sometimes I be having like situations, and I do get sad by what people say sometimes, like people who constantly say things, like people just be saying stuff, and some of them don't realize they say stuff and do things because of their insecurity, and have done it to others, and they don't get it of why people don't want to be around them. Like, because I am a great person to me, to myself. I know I am. You know what I'm saying? Trying to brag. But when somebody try me, keep trying me and trying me, I'm gonna express how I feel. And I've always expressed how I feel. That gets me in a lot of trouble too. Expressing how I feel. Because a lot of people not used to people expressing how they feel when certain things is. Then there are times when I don't say nothing. I hold grudges, and then all of a sudden I just like like something that happened at the beginning of the new year, and at the beginning of this year is the new year, and that thing really hurt me that I had to call my friend and talk to her, and I was like, man, I would never do that, and people like, we understand that you won't do that, but you have to understand that everybody is not you. So I say all that to say this: go ahead and get you a therapist. If you can't get a therapist, if you can't afford a therapist, write it down or talk to somebody you can confide in, because everybody ain't worth the conversation of certain things, because people will hold that against you. And that's a whole nother thing, because I remember I confided in this pastor and she got mad. I'm up there sitting where I'm sitting, and then, you know, all of their family business coming out, and she getting an attitude with me. I just was sitting there, you know, and all this coming out. Oh, you don't even know who this is. Like I confided in you as a pastor, and you doing that because you get mad. But I'm glad I got out of certain situations and from certain people, and I'm constantly doing that, like not being around certain people. My bad, my phone cut off, y'all. But yeah, I'm like not being around certain people for many reasons. You know what I'm saying? So let me explain something too. You don't have to force yourself to be around people. If you don't want to be around certain people, you don't have to be around them for certain events or certain things. If you don't want them around you, just they can say what they want to say. Oh, you ain't invite me. Why you ain't invite me? Let them keep it as that. Don't say nothing. So, but if they keep getting slick, just like, see, that's the main reason why. That's why I don't invite you no more. And sometimes people don't want to say stuff to certain people because they know how people are. Like, sometimes when people tell me stuff, depending on who you are or who it's coming from, I'll be like, like what? And then sometimes, some days I'll be like, man, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. Then later on, you hear about something about that person. I'm like, hey, that's them. Like, I ain't wish bad on them. So you just need to open up more, express more. Get that healing, man. Get that healing. Healing comes in different ways. And a lot of people make healing so trendy now that people think, oh, this is the type of healing I need to do because that's what they're doing on social media. That's the most popular thing to do. No, you have to get your healing in different ways. It may be through music, and it may be through talking to someone, counseling, therapy. And people think that is something bad when they hear, oh, I ain't going to no therapist. There's something wrong with them if they want. No. They're just looking for a place to uproot things and to fix things. So look at it as that. All right. So I'm going to see if I'm going to go over here and skate, because this thing tasting good. Then I'm going to go over to the shop to see what's happening. And then I'm going to relax for the rest of the day. All right. On a Burlington coat. Let me see what they got. Listen, sometimes I come in Burlington coat to just walk through just to feel good. But look at this. Oh, I thought it matched my outfit, what I got on. Oh, look at this. gotta go with my opinions. But no, we don't. Put it back. This Burger King come empty? Let's see what it is. Sometimes, like I said, I just walk through here and see what they got. Oh, there's some pretty colors. What is this? Professional nail polish. Ooh, do this have? Because the one I use, how much did it cost? It's $149. You have acetone in it, because the acetone be eating up my how you know if you got acetone in it? Look at the ingredients. Yeah, it got acetone. So no for me, dog. Look at these boots. These some nice boots right here. But they ain't leather though. I'm gonna tell you they ain't leather. But this is size 11. I don't wear that. That's my size right here. 8.5. They don't never be having nothing in the 89. Look how empty this is. These Burger King coats in Atlanta be sorry, man. Oh well. Look at that. They got something on this side, but they look good. I would get these, but I'm real picky on shoes. Like, I don't like how the bottom look. It look cheap. Look at them. Goodyear. Hey, no, look at this. Goodyear. Okay, Goodyear fresh. Let me see what else. Now, look at these boots. Now, these cute. But I really don't like this material. I'm just real picky. I like leather. You feel me? Let me see. I need to take a trip to Miami, but I ain't going. Now Miami got some. Where I'm from, I got clothes that got style and swag. Oh, they do got look. We just was talking about getting suitcases, but I already got a suitcase. But I don't hardly have suitcases how they used to have. I'll be going out of town to go take videos and take pictures. So I need something under my bed though to put my clothes under until I get a bigger space. That's what I need. Ain't got nothing in here. Boring. See, I don't like stuff like this. Like all of this stuff, like them names and stuff, that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? This is what be tripping me out with these things right here. Oh, this $40, that ain't bad. I need something going on. Somebody doing their job. What is this? Stuff like this just not me. I like original, like stuff not everybody named Mama got. outside folks. Oh, I know Catherine had outside stuff. Oh, Lord. You know they play on it. Buying all these Jeep. I'm finna go, y'all. This is just a waste of time. Let me see this. Car mount. I already got something like that. And I don't like fake plants. I just don't like them. Anyway, they ain't have what I want. This is just say try it anyway. Put stuff out on that way. I had Paul all the way under the tree. Cause it's hot out here in these streets. It say 84, but it feel like 99. Anyway, I don't understand. I'm just finding out that my phone don't turn around. Like, what? Like, my phone don't have a dot to turn around. I'm gonna see what's up with that, bro.